Your first thing is yawn.
We gotta talk loud.
Yes, I don't know.
Are you able to talk loud? I know I'm able to talk loud, but are you?
Okay.
Okay. So, gonna introduce ourselves.
This is so weird.
It's your
Okay.
video, you go first.
Okay, my name is Daisy. And this is Victor. Oh my gosh, this is so hard.
Why is it so
Because you're looking at a camera.
Daisy, Victor, and, oh, you just want me to take it from here?
Well, you tell about yourself.
Okay, I'm her friend, and I'm here to
Explain my life, my past.
She's here to share the story of her life and all of its struggles. So you wrote a note here where you kind of got started sharing, you know, exactly what it is that you've had to deal
There's
with.
someone in the back.
Oh, it's somewhere in there. I mean, I already copied it over on my phone. But yeah, so she wrote a note, and I have it transcribed here, and I could read the whole thing, but it would take forever. But the idea is, I can go ahead and I can start off with the first section of it. It says, my mental issues started when my parents divorced, and my life started to change. I have trauma from my past because of my dad. He was controlling and sometimes punished me for little things. He would be physically rough with me and pull me and drag me and raise his voice. He was angry. And,
Definitely.
definitely.
Yeah.
And so now you go on, and we're going to make a distinction here. You go on to say, my parents got a divorce because my dad was having an affair with another woman, and I didn't know until I found out by looking through his phone. There have been fights between my parents during all of that time. You know, did they have fights? I think we should go ahead and start there with how you said that your life began to change with the divorce. So, when you're saying that he abused you, did that start after the divorce, or
They've
is
been
it?
fighting for a couple of times, like some little stuff, like fighting over a remote or eating in my mom's room. And one time, my mom threw a bottle at him, and they just start fighting. And then I went to go hide in a closet, and me and my brother were standing there.
Yeah.
Just watching, and it's just scary. And I saw my dad walking in the kitchen, and he took one of my mom's pills, her pills for blood pressure medicine, and dumped it in the trash.
Oh, really?
I watched him do it. My mom wasn't near, so I was the only person that saw. I was so young, and I didn't know what it was till I grew.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And
So
because she has blood.
yeah. So during that, all of that happened while they were married, or is that during
Yeah,
the divorce?
when they were married, they travel back and forth. She mostly has to do all the work, taking care of me and taking care of my brother.
He traveled for work.
Yeah,
Okay. And meanwhile, your mom is doing the most of the parenting.
yeah.
Okay. And
And we always have to travel. So we traveled here where I live now, and he was trying to travel us back somewhere else. So like going to California. So and that's why there's a divorce, but that's not all why, because I cheated on my mom with another woman. It's not right.
Yeah, so
she loved him, but he doesn't listen or doesn't care for her. Did inappropriate stuff too. I saw on the camera, not played.
Yeah. Well, so the point that I was trying to get at is, so they had those problems while they were married, and that's what led to the divorce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the affair.
Yeah, that was what led to the divorce. There was just.
And he came back here from California to see me, and I guess he didn't even say anything. He could have told my mom, "You want to sit down and tell the kids that we're gonna get a divorce," but he didn't do that. He just come here by surprise, and my mom was upset, like, why now? And she had to call the police just to escort him out the house.
Wow.
And I was crying in my room, and I was having a panic attack. I thought my asthma was acting up, but it was a panic attack.
Yeah.
And my mom was throwing up in the shower, trying to figure out how to tell us.
No child wants to hear that, that parents are divorced. Up that point, that's really hard to hear. You want your family to be together.
Weirdest thing was back together.
That would be equally weird with how long it's been, because you said that they divorced in somewhere between 2010 and 2012.
I went through the divorce for a long time.
Yeah, it took a long time, I'm sure. Alright. Through at least, one topic, which is that you're meant to start when your parents divorced, and that's when your life started to change. So that was the big thing that happened that kind of put all of this other things into motion. Would you say that after divorcing your mom, did your dad become more abusive, or did he maybe relax a little bit more? How would you say that was?
Anger, controlling, more controlling. Just yelling and just control mostly.
Yeah, when you were living with him and he was with you.
And like sometimes I'm scared to hang out with him. Like I have to take turns. He wasn't here anymore. He was living with my granny. Didn't have a place to stay.
Yeah. After he divorced your mom.
Yeah.
He didn't have nowhere to live.
So he went to Granny's when he came here, back here. But yeah, he's controlling, and he hit one of my cousins a couple of times, like through the court when they had to go to court. I don't know. I wasn't there, so I was at school or probably at home.
You're saying in the courtroom?
He smacked him.
When
his face was red. His face was red. He was so mad.
Wow.
He even I think he was arguing with the judge and saying, "I'll hold you in contempt." He could have gone in jail because they when they talk about stuff in the courtroom about the divorce and stuff.
Yeah. So your cousin was testifying, or
I wasn't there.
you weren't there? Yeah.
I wasn't there.
But you definitely knew that your cousin came back with a big red mark on his face.
Well, I didn't see that. I think my brother was there one time. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely not something that you should have to deal with growing up as a child. How old were you at the time?
I think I was in my teens when it took a long time, the divorce. I can't remember when the divorce ended. I can't remember. It's been a long time. So we're done with that.
So you think maybe you were like 15, 16?
Probably.
So something like that. Yeah. So in your mid-teens. Yeah. So definitely, yeah, like middle school.
I think I was in Bosco. Like maybe 2017, somewhere in there. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was a long time. It took years.
Yeah. That's hard, and yeah, when you're a kid and you have to, have to potentially go to court, say, what your dad's been doing. Did he ever make any accusations against your mom? Did he say that your mom was being abusive to him or anybody else?
Did I about my mom?
Yeah. Did he ever say that your mom was at fault for certain things? Did you blame her?
I don't blame my mom at all. She loved him. I did stuff for him. He always blames her.
For what? What does he blame you for?
Like saying, I can't remember. I was a child. It's so hard to remember. It's so hard. So frustrating. I can't remember, but there was some stuff. She probably. I'm trying to.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he says like I don't have time for that. Just being an unavailable father, not helping you.
So yeah, he didn't really share the parental responsibilities with your mom. He always said he was to work.
Yeah. And like and taking turns with who to see. Once you see his side of the family, don't take turns on that, or seeing mom's side of the family. You don't take turns. It's always about him.
He didn't want to share you as a daughter.
He did. I hardly seen my grandma on his side. He wants his way, mostly wants his way. And I don't want to be around somebody that does the same thing. Yeah, like they should take turns, like saying, next year we're going to go to that family of the side, and then the next time we go to that family on the side.
Yeah.
Like I don't get it why he can't take turns. And sometimes he doesn't show up. He's saying, I don't have time to show up.
Yeah.
And there's a history about his side of his life. And I just only know a little bit of pieces about his dad, how he treated my dad, my grandpa. Oh, there isn't a grandpa.
Well, it sounds like there's some strong narcissistic tendencies that your dad had, being in your mom's life. Because I mean, if you say that he's an absent father, he's out claiming that he's working all the time and not taking care of the house and you and your brother, but at the same
Not
time,
building a relationship.
yeah, not building a relationship with his kids, but at the same time he thinks he gets to make all the decisions and he gets to run the place and do things his way. That's completely unfair if you're not going to, if you're not, if
Two
you're gonna,
parents should work together.
yeah. Both parents should take care of the kids, and they should do that, you know, um, in compromise with each other, rather than, well, he's leaving you, he left his wife, your mom, to take care of you guys, but then thinks when he shows up that everything has to be his way. That's what I mean when I say that it's narcissistic tendencies, because that's what a narcissist does. Is they think that they get to call all the shots, and that they are entitled and that they're privileged, even that they deserve things that they never earned. And so if you're going to take care of the kids, you earn that the right to choose. Like, let's say where the kids go to school, what food to feed the kids and that type of thing. So I think that's definitely a big indicator of some issues that your dad has right there. What's that? I mean, we can go into the details when you were saying about the way that your dad treated you at home, when you were living with him.
He always takes my phone. I can't even contact my mom.
Oh, he didn't let you talk to your mom at all?
Yeah, like when we're into fights, I can't call her because he knows it's wrong how he's treating me. Like I have to. It's like being in a box, kind of like.
You felt trapped.
Yeah.
You felt trapped when you were at his house. You felt trapped. You couldn't do what you wanted,
or contact somebody if I feel uncomfortable, like I want to go home. I felt forced to stay.
Yeah. Even though he had joint custody with your mom over you.
We take turns. We have to take turns when we're under age 18. So like when I turn 18, I have a choice if I want to go or not go.
Yeah. So it sounds like you got your parents had joint custody over you, which means that you were your dad was entitled to some time with you, and so is your mom. As opposed to full custody, which is where one parent is at the mercy of the other parent to say when you get to see the child. So if for example, if your dad had full custody, he would never let you go to see your mom. But
that would be horrible.
That would be horrible
because then I won't learn stuff from my mom on which side what's going on, because she took care of me, really. She really did.
Yeah.
And I have anger issues. My dad has anger issues. That's where I get it from. And sometimes I just feel like every time me and my mom argue, sometimes it's like it hurts. I don't like arguing at all because it comes from my dad arguing all the time.
Yeah. It feels too eerily familiar.
Yeah.
I completely understand that. A lot of people don't have somebody to share it with, and they don't have the means to, vent and open up about what's on their mind. It's a way you have to keep it to yourself. Okay? So having the courage to, actually make you say, some of the things that's, heavy on your heart and like love. Okay? So,
Just bleeding in my mouth and just upset that because that's not how my dad used to be with me, just hitting me in the face like that.
yeah.
It's because I'm afraid that he's gonna be more abusive because, to be honest, his father used.
Oh, his father.
I heard that he's going those wires.
Yeah. Yeah, it's expected. He.
I don't know all the details. I just heard it from my uncle and I think my uncle. Yeah, I think that's my uncle. And I heard that he got kicked out a couple of times.
Oh yeah.
And one time he was being my dad was being bad at like a military base because their parents they work in the military. So now she passed away in her 60s. Well, I think she turned 60 when she passed away.
Oh wow.
I don't want blue eyes like hers.
She had blue eyes. Oh, because you're saying she was white.
Yeah, she was white, and my dad, his dad is black. So we're mixed.
Yeah, he's mixed and the darker mixed. Your mom's black.
Yeah, my mom's black too. And my dad has a little lighter skin. I think we have Indian in us. I heard him say that. I don't very know much what I have in me, but I do have. I think I have a little bit of African, like the.
Like we're that far off topic. If this is on topic, it's like that bird is where we are right now. If this house is on topic, then that bird is where we are. No! No! I wish I could just catch it in my hands. Oh, it's out.
Oh, it feels good though.
Yeah, it's so light.
Okay.
Okay.
Testing one.
Testing 1, 2,
Should we
3.
do a testing?
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Got your girl in the good shape, Tuesday, black or black. On Tuesday, got your girl in the good shape, Tuesday, black or black.